Hello, everybody. How you doing? My name is Rich Guzman,
What's going on, you guys? My name is Ace Guzman.
and welcome to another episode of Ace and Rich Live. It is Friday, and you know what time it is?
That's right. It's Ace and Rich Live time.
Yes, it is, guys. So welcome to our live. Today we're going to be talking about we the people breaking free from the 9 to 5.
I love the sound of that.
Super excited about that. I know you
Yes.
have a lot of insight in that. And we're going to get into that right now. Let's find out who is on the live with us right now. I know people just hopping on right now on the live. Let's see. Let me head on over to the chat. All right. People are hopping on right now. Cool. So let's get started right now as people are hopping on right now. So how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. How you doing, Rich?
I'm hot.
You're hot.
It's hot. Puerto Rico, man. It's hot. It's real hot.
Well, you better sip on that water. It's cold enough.
Yes,
Get your
now,
refreshment on.
I want to talk about something very important. Before we get started, it's a sad day for America, as we know.
Yes.
Right? After what happened yesterday.
Oh, gosh.
I'm not going to really stay on this topic too long, but it's near and dear to my heart. And, we've crossed the Rubicon. So now, therefore, things are going to start changing in a very rapid way. And you're going to see
Pretty
things
much.
you never saw before.
Yes.
And, but keep the faith. The man upstairs is always in charge.
That's right.
Okay, I'll leave you with that.
Yes.
All right, so let's get started with we the people breaking free from the 9 to 5.
Well, we are the people. And I was speaking in the sense when I actually came up with this topic for today to really focus not just we the people of America, but we the people as entrepreneurs who are sick and tired of grinding it out with working at a job that pays us less and makes us like slave for peanuts.
Yeah, I remember when I first told you, hey, you can leave your job. You're free now.
Yes.
That was kind of weird for you.
It was kind of weird because I was like, really? And, I was building the business and I was like, I had my head down and I was like really focused on like just producing and just stay production mode and not worry about, even thinking about quitting my job until you gave me the green light. And you were just like, Ace, it's time. And I was just like, it is? And you're like, now? And it felt like such a short period of time for us, for me to do it. And I was like, you sure you don't want to go another year? No.
No, that was me.
You went another year, man.
Yeah.
But I did it. So I was really happy that it happened. And it happened as quick as humanly possible is what they say that it did. Because a lot of people at the place that I used to work at in retail actually showed me a great deal of respect. Like they were like, yeah, Ace, respect. Got total respect for you. You did it. You said you was going to do it and you did it. And I was like, wow, it just like happened. And I didn't even think about when or a date or what. Like I was just grinding it out. You know what I mean?
And how many years has it been? It's 2016.
It's a long time. Long time, man.
Still free.
Still free.
I
Which
love
is
it.
our goal with you. Okay. The premise of this show is to really inspire you to achieve the digital entrepreneur lifestyle. I mean, that's what this is really about.
Absolutely.
And there are a lot of people who follow us who, actually enjoy our content. We've gotten some great feedback, people
it's been an
responding,
amazing ride.
comments, people that leave us messages, write us letters, and yeah, even though we live in Puerto Rico, we still get cards.
Oh, no, we get gifts.
We get gifts, we
Kinda
get
gifts,
cards,
too. It's cool.
digital and physical, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, we just want to keep inspiring you from our journey and what we did to be able to break free from the 9 to 5. And we left before all this chaos started even happening. So you're the one who actually had that intuition, like, oh boy, this is not good. And this was around the time when the pandemic was happening, and
Right.
know.
Yeah, definitely. We saw a lot of changes coming up, in the country, what was changing, everything else like that.
Yes.
And we said, you know what, it's time to move. And we moved to Puerto Rico because I have family here. And your family, actually, some of your family was born here. And,
my father.
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, but you have family on the island. You probably don't know where they are.
Yeah.
They're scattered about. You know what I mean?
They're somewhere.
Yeah. I have family on the other side. The east side. I got family on the west side.
Yeah.
I got family up on the northern east side.
Yes.
I mean, it's all over the place,
Yes.
right? So, but that's why we made the move. We wanted to always, and it's really not just because what's going on, in the country and it's been changing. The main reason we actually left is because we always had a dream, to live on an island.
Well, the dream was big,
Yeah.
and it was scary.
Yeah.
The dream was big and it was scary. Anybody here got a hairy, scary dream? that you want to accomplish, like that's your ultimate goal, as much as it scares you, that's a good thing.
It's, if you're scared, it's a very good thing, because I remember the day I walked out of my job and I said, you know what, I'm done. I'm leaving this job. I stayed an extra year, right? Just to be sure, I had to pinch myself just to see if it was real.
Oh yeah.
And
definitely.
what happened was, when I left the job, I remember walking out, and it was just a sense of relief, but also it was very weird at the same time.
I bet. Right? I bet because it was weird.
We get trapped, and it's like these chains that bind us down and keeps us comfortable and stuck. You know what I mean? And we get comfortable with that and we accept it. But for me, I mean, it did feel really weird, walking out. And once I left, I just said, it felt so good, to do what you want, when you want, with whom you want, you know what I mean? And
I didn't know what to do.
Anywhere we want.
I went rogue.
Right?
I went rogue on the last day that I fired my boss. And this is possible. If you guys didn't think it's possible, it is possible to fire your boss. Okay. It's called quitting your job. But we call it fire your boss because it has such a much better ring to it for us entrepreneurs who do it.
We say, you're really cutting the cord.
You're cutting the cord. When you say fire your boss, the whole premise of saying is basically to cut the cord. Like, you're not attached anymore. You're not relying on a paycheck that's coming in every single time you go to work, whether you're sick or, that kind of a thing, missing out on your special events and occasions with your family.
No, you're creating your own economy.
You are. It's a totally different ball of wax, right?
Absolutely.
But when it happened and I did finally cut that cord, it was a different feeling. I'll tell you that, because as soon as you come home, you take off the uniform and then you're like looking at the computer and you're like, wow, this is it. Like, I ain't got my boss to yell down my back no more. I ain't got nobody looking over my shoulder. I ain't got nobody telling me what to do. This is it. This is all on me. And if I want to keep this going on long enough and I want to be free as long as I need to be free, then I got to take this business seriously. And that's the thing that I liked about, and I know you don't want to talk about Trump too much, but I do got to say that when he had up New York, the Bronx, he was down there and he had such an amazing message. I mean, that was like the really great messages that I heard for an entrepreneur coming to another entrepreneur. It definitely resonated with us business owners.
No, it sure did. I mean, I remember, I was born in the Bronx.
You were?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was Manhattan University Hospital was the hospital I was born in.
Okay.
And then I went to the Bronx. My family, that's where they took me after I was born.
Yeah.
And so I do remember being brought up there for a while, and then moving to Massachusetts, and then going back and living with my dad again for a while.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of experience living in New York and being in the Bronx and everything. And those guys do not mess around. When they make a decision, they go, you know what? I'm done with Democrats. I'm going Republican. Pretty much a different type of Republican, because it's MAGA, right? It doesn't mean that it's a terrorist organization like everybody's saying. You know what I mean? Oh, MAGA, they're so bad. No, it means make America great again. What's the problem with that?
There's no problem with that.
Nothing at all.
It's a beautiful thing.
It just means fixing the problems in the country.
That's what it means. Yeah.
And there are problems.
That's right.
Don't see it.
That's right.
But I mean, a lot of things have been happening. I know the last couple of days, you guys saw some really bad stuff happen, yesterday. And some of you guys, might be like, yay, woo. Other people are like, oh, shit, man, this sucks. But at the same time, I just got one thing to say. This country is based on a very important fact.
Yes.
It's about freedom.
Yes.
It's about creating your own economy.
Yes.
It's about you calling the shots.
And it's also about that if you are an entrepreneur in New York, you better get your butt out.
Exactly. And here's the thing. This country gave us freedom. And we're, I'm not going to get super religious here, but I do believe in God. And I'll tell you one thing, under God, invisible, and liberty and justice for all, right? Not under government. Sorry, but that's just my belief and what I believe.
Word.
It's under God.
Word.
All right. Our Creator is the one that actually endowed us with our freedoms.
Yes.
So, absolutely.
Absolutely. All right. So, okay, man, are you guys getting this message?
Because
this is something that we all want to think about and talk about, but we're kind of afraid to. Don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to speak up. Okay. One of the things that we talk about with the reality of the 9-to-5 grind and why people even decide to open up a business in the first place. Right? Because they're tired of the frustration of a traditional business, or maybe they own a business and it's brick and mortar. Like, let's talk about these guys, because some of our clients are actually, traditional business owners. They own brick and mortar businesses. It's a physical location. They've been there for many, many years. It's kind of like they're married in it, but they're tired. Why are they tired? Because That's all they see every day. The products, the same shelves, the same doorway, the same people that come in all the time, day in and day out, the same problems and challenges they deal with day in and day out, and they want something different. Do you remember that guy that owned the fish store in Massachusetts when we used to live there?
Chris,
right?
Yeah.
What's up, Chris? Chris is the CEO and owner of a company called Aqua Dreams, and located in Massachusetts. And the thing is, he sells like corals and fish and a lot of beautiful things for people, those who enthusiasts who likes that hobby, who likes to have fish tanks. Well, Rich was in this hobby for, and we got to know this guy named Chris, and he's awesome. And the thing is, he even shed some light about being, a physical business owner, and how he wanted to scuba dive. He wanted to go to the Caribbean. He wanted to do some beautiful things like travel with his wife and kids. And he really wanted to enjoy the laptop lifestyle, but he couldn't because he was so devoted to the brick and mortar business.
Right. I mean, that's the thing with certain kinds of businesses. I mean, you can get stuck.
You can get really stuck.
Right. But when it comes to what we're talking about, ending your 9 to 5, I call it the 9 to 5 grind. Right. And you're able to literally start your own economy with the digital economy, which is online.
You have the control.
It makes a big difference when you're creating your own digital economy on the internet.
Yes.
I mean, you got to think about it. You have an opportunity to completely transform your life, right? And go completely free. Now, do I recommend you actually just leave your job right when you start this entrepreneur journey? No. Be responsible, right? You have to, stay at your job, create capital, right? Use your capital to start investing in your business, investing in your education with the digital economy. Okay.
Yes.
So you could start knowing exactly what you need to do.
Now, I also want to touch base on this whole Banana Republic thing. Please, let's talk about this Banana Republic thing, because how does this affect us entrepreneurs, especially in the digital marketplace in 2024, going into 2025? What are we looking at here when it comes to this Banana Republic? How it's going to affect us entrepreneurs?
Right. I do know that taxes here in Puerto Rico are different from the States. If you're a resident in Puerto Rico, you deal with Puerto Rico taxes, right? But as far as if you live in the States, you might be affected next year. Next year, the taxes supposedly, if Biden gets reelected, right? Curses. If he gets reelected, he's going to raise the taxes pretty much, it was like 40-something%. And that's for people who are investing. But that hurts the economy. Because you're investing into a business, and now they're trying to take your wealth away. And I also found out that they want to still tax you on the gains, even if you don't cash it out.
That's just trifling.
Yeah. So that's why being an entrepreneur. I remember what Grant Cardone said. He's like, you gotta have a backpack ready, gotta have your your passport's ready. You got to have some cash and just get some emergency and stuff like that.
Right.
He's got that already down and ready to go.
And one of the things that we teach is, we teach a proper mindset, right? To have the correct mentality, the mindset, even though you've been working in a job for all your life, how do you break free from that rigged system to go into the ecosystem of the digital marketplace?
Well, let's talk about the rigged system in the first place, so people get some context.
Yes.
When it comes to the rigged system, it's our complete system that's going on right now in the United States, right? So, you're born, you start actually going to school, you start being trained not to think for yourself, but to think for someone else, right? So that means that you're being influenced right off the gate. When you start going to school, you're automatically being influenced. Nowadays, you're being influenced in very, very bad ways. I mean, it's worse than it's ever been, right?
Yes, it has.
So it's called indoctrination, not education. So what we want to do is we want to focus on how can we educate ourselves, right? So a lot more people are going to more private schools now. And if I remember correctly, there are online schools right now that you could actually put your child in that don't have to worry about getting indoctrinated.
That's super cool.
You could actually, you have choices now. You have school choice. Now, I did read somewhere that if Trump does get in office, it's part of Project 2025, Trump Agenda 47. They want to make an online school free for everybody. Whites, blacks, Chinese. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter because Trump's not racist, right? He wants to make sure that everybody has an opportunity for education. So they're very well educated. It's not politicized, number one. And two, it focuses on the education itself.
Yes.
The way it's meant to be.
Yes.
And he wants to create a college where it's free for every American.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome? That is really, really awesome.
Yeah.
And you know what I want to talk about also is the fact that what is going on is having some kind of a mental effect on, people's, mental health does matter. And people who actually do this kind of business, if they're not careful, it could hold them back, right? It could also affect them psychologically.
But that happens with the struggle of how you were indoctrinated when you were young.
Right.
You have to break the chains. Again, when I said earlier,
yes.
I left my job, and when I left, it was a relief, but it also felt very weird. And what I mean by that is, I felt like there was still chains holding me down, right? Because we do get comfortable, and it just happens.
It does.
Okay. And I didn't hate my job. I mean, I worked at Best Buy.
Yeah.
I broke sales records. My boss loved me, and I got along with my boss, and it was good.
Mm-hmm.
But there comes a time where, you make a decision and you say, you know what, I'm going to cut the cord. I'm going to make this decision.
Right.
I'm going to make sure that I call the shots.
Yes. Yes.
And when that day came, I felt really, really good. But someone that first walked out of their job for the very first time, again, we call that cutting the cord. So when you do really, truly cut the cord, it is a great feeling, but it's also kind of weird. Okay. So if you feel weird, that's normal, because you feel like, oh, wait a minute, I don't have that security blanket anymore. Right. But think about what's going on right now. You never had that security blanket. Look at, more and more people are losing their jobs, or the jobs are still there, but they're cutting the hours so bad that it's more like part-time instead of full-time.
Right.
So people need to get like 2 or 3 jobs, or 2 or 3 part-time jobs to actually make ends meet. Now it's even worse. People are getting 2 full-time jobs, right? It's just out of control, and it's really crazy. But the great thing about the digital economy we're talking about, ending your 9 to 5, you're able to create your own economy where you call the shots about how much money you truly want to make. The problem with, having a job, even if you love your job, when you pay taxes on your job, you have no choice. You can't write anything off, because the business that owns where you work actually, pays into the taxes, right? Actually writes those business expenses off. You can't do that. But you, as an entrepreneur in this digital economy, we have so many things that we could write off. There's so many benefits that we have that we could write off, that it offsets the cost for the taxes. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm getting a little bit more, a little techie here with this stuff, but it's important to note that you have more control when it comes to your own money when you own your own business. Okay. So
now I want to also touch base on that, because it's true that education is lacking, and it's not taught in traditional education. School does not want you to know, like, once you make the money, what do you do with it?
Well, that's the sad part. Like, if everybody really understood, and understanding how money works, then they would understand how to create more wealth.
Yes.
Right. So the odds are against you, because if you're learning everything about being indoctrinated and going through this system, okay, which is rigged.
Right.
You're going through a system that's teaching you not how to understand money, but how to work for someone so you can make money just to be able to get by, and that's it.
Yes.
Right. You can't really flourish. You can't really expand and grow. You have to, think outside the box like we did, and we had to learn a whole new way of thinking, a whole new way of understanding how to create money, right? Understanding a digital entrepreneurship, right? We have to learn all these new skill sets and what it takes to build it up so you can pretty much write a paycheck for life, right? Your own paycheck, your own wealth, and things like that. And it's just sad, and it's a reality that more and more people don't know this, right? Now, there are people right now that do know this, that are on the internet. Yeah, I mean, it's obvious, of course, but there's still a lot of people that really don't know this and understand what they're capable of and what they can do. It's just, they're just bind so tightly with these chains that they struggle mentally because of what their mind was conditioned to think, right? You were conditioned to think a certain way. So when you step outside that box, and then you have to think for yourself, it will be a struggle in the very beginning, because you're not used to thinking that way.
I want to touch on this, because this is definitely controversial, and maybe a handful of leaders out there who we do respect and admire may not ever have spoken about this one. But basically, we know what it's like to bump heads with clients who actually have that mentality, where they have high expectations and they want to make money right now and they want to go. And then all of a sudden they run into that paradigm.
Right.
What you were talking about.
Yeah.
And so like, I'm telling you right now, as coaches, we do not like to bump heads with clients. This one thing I despise is bumping heads with somebody because, you know, I'm not here to convince you to do this. This is something of choice. You made a decision. You want to be able to fire your boss. That was your decision. You want to be able to create additional side income. That was your decision. Right. Nobody put a gun to your fucking head and said, oh, be an entrepreneur. That is a choice and a decision to make. And that's why we call ourselves a freedompreneurs, because you have freedom to do what the hell you want to do. And if you don't want to work a 9 to 5 ever again, if you don't want to paint somebody's house for the rest of your life, if you don't want to pick up that pencil or touch that keyboard in that cubicle, guess what? It's time for you to step away and start doing something completely different, because the way the world is going right now, you definitely better do something.
Well, the way the world's going right now, it's pretty sad what's happening. And it's like we have a lot of adolescents in our government that is just ruining everything, right? And this is where the entrepreneur spirit is just, it's so alive, where people are making their own decisions and they're saying, you know what? I want to call the shots.
Yes.
I want to make my own decisions. I want to be able to, you know, to have an impact in life, because let's face it, after what we witnessed yesterday, the justice system is, I believe, truly rigged.
Yeah.
And really, if they can do it to a, you know, former president, they can do it to anyone. It doesn't even matter, right?
I'm telling you.
So understand, this is about you taking more control, building wealth to protect you and your family.
Yes, absolutely. And so, you know, this is why you have such great tools and resources and opportunities all around you. Don't let this stuff prevent you from making a decision to go, you know, the way the world is, I don't think it's worth it, my time or my money of investment to really start a business. No, you have no absolute idea how powerful that decision is going to be, because you could do it within 6 months, you could do it within 12 months, you can do it within 2 years, you can do it in 3. It doesn't matter how long it's going to freaking take for you to actually beat the system and break free. What matters is, are you going to do what is necessary without any exceptions, no matter what happens around you in the world? Although it could be World War III, you still got this mentality and you got the intention behind it to go, you know what, I'm going to do this.
Absolutely.
I'm going to make it happen. You know, there's a picture frame. Each and every day I look at this picture frame and it motivates me. Not only that, it pisses me off. I think that's a two good combinations.
Wait a minute, this is interesting.
But what it is we have it here in the kitchen. You know, yeah, what better place to be than the place that I spend most of my time anyway, right? To cook Rich's meals. I'm the cook in the family. I do all the great cooking. Y'all see my recipes on Facebook.
We have a family, so it's cook our meals.
But here's the thing, though. I keep it where I actually am looking up the most. And it's really right by the stove.
Yeah.
And it's a picture frame, and it says how to make $1 million. And then it breaks it down monthly, daily, right? By seconds. Like, okay, this is how much you need to make a day before you make $1 million per year.
Yeah.
And I look at that and I go, man, I'm telling you, I'm glad that I reached that point, but I want to do it again.
Yeah, you know, doing it over and over and over.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all need something like to look at. Definitely either put it on a post-it note, get like one of them Amazon picture frames that looks like this
every single day,
and look at it every single day and let that be your motivator. Like, really look at it. And money, I'm not talking about is the motivator. I'm talking about like what it's going to take to get there. Like Wile E. Coyote when he was chasing the Roadrunner.
I know, right?
You got to have something to chase, right, Tracy?
Absolutely.
Tracy Lee is here joining us live. Awesome. Hello, Tracy.
Hey,
good to see you.
What's going on, buddy?
Are you guys enjoying the show? Let us know, because this is stuff that we wanted to talk about and touch base on. And, you know, a lot of people are afraid to talk about it. And, you know, we didn't know we were going to go into the whole Trump thing, but, you know, it's actually one of the things that we do love and actually admire is the fact that the power of technology and the power of your voice, right?
Yes.
While we still have our freedom of speech, we're going to say what we got to say. Okay, whether you like it or not. And so we're going to say what we want to say. We're going to make sure that everybody hears our voices be heard. And if we have the power of influence, we're going to inspire and motivate as many people to vote in November for the right guy. That's all I got to say about that.
I'm just telling you right now, keeping it real.
That's it. That's it. Do not just hand this place, this country to someone who's not going to take care of it.
Exactly. Plus, you don't want to keep buying eggs for like $8-9, right?
How many eggs did you eat today?
Well, I mean, I am in Puerto Rico. I do get eggs from my brother from the chickens. So that does help.
I think I made about 3 of them for you. Yeah, you ate about 3 eggs.
Yep, absolutely. No, everything's out of control, and this is
totally out
why
of
the
control.
entrepreneur spirit is alive.
Yes.
And you know what? I'm so excited about talking about this today because, everybody's coming together, right? From that entrepreneur spirit, everybody's coming together in that entrepreneur spirit, and they're doing something about it.
Yes, they are.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just amazing to me how Americans just come together,
Mhm.
right? And this is so true. United we stand, divided we fall.
That's what's
And
happening.
they've been trying to divide us for so long.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But now you're seeing unison. You're seeing people come together and lift people up together. And that's to me in my heart, that's what make America great.
Mhm.
That's MAGA.
There you go.
It, yeah.
That's right.
Lift everybody up.
Stamp it. Double stamped it. No
Yeah.
erases.
Dumb and Dumber, right?
Yeah, Dumb and Dumber, right? Oh my goodness. So yeah, I mean, if you guys have any questions, we want to hear from our listeners. Anything about digital entrepreneurship or affiliate marketing that you always wanted to know about, or maybe something you've been struggling with for some time. Rich and I, we have a lot of experience with what we've been able to do, and we can only teach from experience. We're not saying that we know every single thing, but what we can tell you to do is what we've done ourselves. And that's the thing. People do what you do, not what you say.
Absolutely. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
That's why.
So if you're watching us live, just post a comment there in the form of a question.
Yep.
Maybe you're dealing with someone, maybe you need some actionable advice, from
How's
Ace
it going,
Rich.
Facebook? What's up, Rumble? What's up, YouTube? Right? What's up, X? What's going on?
Yeah, we're everywhere now.
Used to be Twitter. Now I really like that name, X. I know a lot of people don't like it. They're like, oh, we should go back to Twitter. Nah. X, baby. X marks the spot.
X, baby.
And you know what I love about it is it's like it's just freedom reigns, baby. Mm-hmm. Freedom reigns because you look at X now, everybody gets to just go out there and just express themselves, and just really be real. Yes. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I love it. I love it. Love you guys at X.
And let's see if we have any questions. Let's take a look. I'm looking over here on the mobile device. Let's see. Rich, take a look.
Take a look. All right. See, so we got people hopping on right now. I know we're having an error on Facebook right now. I noticed the video is on there, but it's not loading. So we're gonna have to go back and revisit the video. Let's see. Hey, Tracy, can you see our video, or is it just me? Just to be sure here. Let me know, Tracy, in the comments if you can see the video. I know we're live with no problem on YouTube. We're live, no problem.
Can see us. Let me check the mobile device because I think they can see us.
Is good. Facebook is not good. YouTube looks good. Rumble looks great as well.
No, yeah, look. There it is, Facebook right there.
Okay, it must be my browser then.
It's your browser. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Just
good.
keep on going, man.
All right, good.
See?
Anyways, so we are live everywhere, and we're using the brand new studio from Rumble. I love this studio. You can actually be on multiple platforms all over the place.
Yeah.
Which is really, really cool. Mm-hmm. Reach more people, right?
Yes.
So I am totally pumped about what's going on. There is such a huge reckoning coming, man.
The day of reckoning is coming for all.
I'm so happy about that.
The day of reckoning is coming for all.
Because it's all about your freedom to actually be an entrepreneur. It's about you saying, you know what? I don't want a ceiling anymore.
No.
I want to make as much as I want to make. Because the great thing about being an entrepreneur in the digital economy, there's no ceiling. You can go as high as you want. What's stopping you?
That's what cracks me up.
You're the only one stopping you.
Somebody said, and these are prospects, people that are like sitting on the fence and like, oh, I'm thinking about it, but not really taking any action. Or maybe you just, tiptoeing in the water. But, you have your reasons. And they'll ask questions like, how much can I make, doing affiliate marketing? And I say, well, how much do you want to make?
Yeah, that's a perfect answer.
It is a perfect answer.
Yeah. So, I mean, think about it, right? Like, if they're on the fence, it's because they're afraid of either failure or success. Because people are different, right? Some people are afraid of failure. Some people are afraid of actually, wow, what if I really make it, right?
Yes. Now, here's the thing, guys. Let's be real about the industry. There is no perfection in this industry at all. But what industry is perfect, right? There are some good things about affiliate marketing, and there's some terrible things about affiliate marketing. But that is the risk you take. That is the risk you take. So I would rather risk it all, and I mean all, which I have done, to learn affiliate marketing, to become online and literally create a amazing lifestyle business that gives me freedom, that allows me to call the shots on my life, to do what I want, live where I want, work where I want, as long as I have Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Can't work on the beach, not like how they thought it was, because we had a hard time with that one.
Keep the government off our
and keep
backs.
the damn government off your back.
That's right.
Okay. There's a reason why people actually want that, because who the heck wants to be told what to do about their money?
Well, who wants to be told what to do? Period.
No.
Right? I mean, that's come on.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go. I love it. This is happening.
Great show, man. Yeah. Great show. Okay, I'm looking at the chat. I am looking at the chat. Someone said, "Good one, Ace." Thank you so much.
Awesome. Love it. So, guys, understand that we do this show every single week, every single Friday, right? 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live from Puerto Rico. Okay, and we like going over, tips and strategies, and also sometimes we get into mindset, personal development, transformational thoughts, because you got to think a little bit different than you're probably used to if you want to cut the cord and pretty much break the chains, right? So I mentioned that song from Dawkins, Breaking the Chains.
Oh, yeah. That's a good song, too. That is a good
song. So, guys, let me know if you have any comments, any questions.
Did you read Tracy's comment here earlier? It said, "Don't follow the government. They are evil."
You know what?
They're all evil.
I totally agree with that.
For what I've been seeing and experiencing all this time, I agree with you.
I truly believe
there's a lot of things going on there.
I truly believe that there are good people in the government. I do believe that there are good people in the government.
I'm not going to discredit every single person as evil, but I mean just the ones that are being like brats, Democrats.
Yeah, demons.
Yeah,
demon brats, right?
Yeah, liberals too. Throw them under the bus. They're a little wacky.
No, I mean there are some good liberals out there, and there's a lot of liberals right now that are not.
Man, I'm talking about the rogue ones.
You're talking about the far left.
Yeah. Some of their views are kind of okay.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, really bad. Okay, but we are the people, and so what are we going to do about this? Yep. What are we going to do about actually establishing ourselves as You Inc. Incorporated, and be able to brand ourselves as the brand? Put yourself out there and say, you know what? Take a look at this thing. I highly endorse it. I love using it. Let me show you how it's done. And I'll show you how to create additional income. I mean, that's what affiliate marketing is.
Absolutely. Man. And I'm telling you, guys can break free from the 9 to 5.
Stop overcomplicating this thing. I'm telling you, we have helped so many people understand affiliate marketing, from total newbie to the novices. I mean, there are people that have been in this industry for a long time, and we've already got a great testimonial from one that was struggling for a while. Albie, he's doing great now. He made a high ticket. Albie. Way to go, Albie. Yeah. And what an awesome testimonial it was, because he even poured his heart out, and he's like, I've been in this industry for a long time, and I have made money, but I've also lost money. And he realized, that he was missing some things.
You know what I found today?
What?
I was looking at my my backup drive, and because we've gotten a lot of testimonials over the years.
Yes.
And I found a young lady's testimonial, and you know who I'm talking about, and begins with a K. I don't want to throw nobody under the bus.
Okay.
But she was, and it reminded me of why we got started in the first place.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And she was talking about how great we were and what we done for her. Pretty much help her make over 6 figures, right?
Yeah.
And really excited about that. And it was just nice to hear it. You know what I mean? When I found that video, and I mean it's really great to help someone transform, right?
But you never want to forget the people who helped you when you were not doing great.
Yeah.
Especially if they supported you when others turned you down, told you no, told you weren't going to make it, told you it was a total failure, total loser. You're a little bit out of your wacko mind that you think that this is pipe dream is going to be for real. Those are the people you don't forget. And you definitely want to look back at that. And if you find yourself guilty, just hearing this message and saying to yourself, you know what, I do remember those people, or I remember that person or that teacher or, that friend of mine who was there for me when another person that you thought and put all your heart and soul into, thinking that you wanted that support, but they wouldn't give it to you the way you deserved it. And then that individual was always there through thick and thin, no matter what, heard your problems. There was a shoulder to cry on. Like, you'll never forget those people, because I remember when we were homeless, there were people like that in our lives.
Yes.
And they were there when things were not like what they are now. Yeah. And they saw it through. And now when they look at us, they're like, wow, I remember those days, Ace and Rich. I remember when you guys were scrambling, for money. I remember when, you were asking, for food, and you were going to the emergency food pantries, and you were looking, for help to,
our story,
to get a place to stay. And it was tough. So all that shit is real. That's not fabricated. I mean, I hate when people do that and they try to put that as a story for marketing purposes, but don't perpetrate a fraud. When it's real, and you'll know about it, and you can tell when somebody keeps talking about it that it's real. Some people use it as a marketing thing. We don't do that. It is real. You can go back as far as 2016, 2013 and look at our stories. We got everything online. It's all there. So what are we hiding? We ain't hiding nothing. We're open book. And speaking of a book, let's talk about what we're working on.
Not yet, because I want to go over some. I want to go over. No, not yet.
Would you guys do us a favor before we talk about the next segment? Would you share this live? I think a lot of people would love to hear what Asa Rich has to say about today's topic here on the show.
Yeah, you know what, guys? Give us a thumbs up on YouTube, also on Rumble. Let people know that you like this content so they can get out more. People can actually see this great content. Because we're going to be delivering the goods, great value to help you start your entrepreneur journey online. Now, let's talk about affiliate marketing 101. All right. Let's go into the basic principles of how to get started. Right. Well, there's a lot of programs you can get started with. Right. You can actually start as far as building your very first website. Okay. By building your website, actually you start branding yourself, like you were just talking about.
Yes.
And that's the great thing about digital economy. Everybody has the same playing field. Nobody's got any special, abilities, right? Everybody starts just like that. So having a place where you can have your own website builder that's really easy to use, okay, and very inexpensive, you can build your own very first website to start building your own what? Your own list, okay? That's a great thing. And this is a very important concept for you to understand when you want to start online. Because if you don't have a website, how are people going to find you? Right? Where are you going to send them to?
Right.
Nowhere, right? Because you don't have a website. You don't. And a website's like having a store, right? If you have a website and you're collecting information, guess what? Now you're building your own list. Now you're letting people know, hey, my store's open. Come right in. Let's take a look, right? That's the importance of having your website on the internet. Now, there's two forms of websites. You have a regular website, okay? As far as like a blog, WordPress, and even Wix, you can use Wix now and stuff like that. Me personally, I love having a funnel, right? That's another type of website. Now, what's a funnel? A funnel is a series of pages that come together where you can actually collect information like someone's name and email, and you start following up and establish that relationship with them. And when you do this, this is how you can make money and write a paycheck for life by building a relationship, by giving value. And now before you know it, you're building a list. The list is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and you're building leverage in your business. But hold on, because here's the most important part. How do you attract these people to put their information in your business?
That's right.
That's a big deal, isn't it? No, not really. It's all about creating engagement. And there's so many ways, guys, you can create engagement, right? Some people do it on video. Some people do it with actually writing posts. Some people do it on, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Even though TikTok's kind of like a little weird nowadays. I recommend more.
Don't
Facebook,
get me started on TikTok.
YouTube, Rumble. Rumble is, guys.
I talked about TikTok last week.
Rumble is ranking, guys.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people moving over to Rumble right now. That's why we're live on Rumble right now, and we love Rumble. I mean, they're close to some serious major players into Rumble. Rumble is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I recommend Rumble, Facebook.
There's a new kid on the block.
New kid on the block.
Yep.
You want to talk about it?
The new kid on the block is Clapper.
Clapper.
And, you can only get it when you're invited. So if you guys like us to invite you, we'll send you an invite code so you can actually join it. It's absolutely free, which is awesome.
It's awesome.
But it looks like it's going to replace TikTok. It's definitely awesome. But here's the thing, though. What I like about Clapper is it's authentic, real people. Now, what do we mean by that? Well, it's still early. It's still very early. Remember when the tools come out early, you know what happened? The kids come out to play.
Early bird gets the worm.
Keep it while it's free, right? So while it's free, you can go over there, build a presence for yourself around your niche, and start building that audience and getting attention, and don't even leave a link like right away. I mean, that's one of the tips I can give you is when you're starting in a new platform, just start getting the awareness of the people first and see what they like about your content and start putting that stuff out there first. And that's what we were doing with Clapper for a while is we are building up our audience. We're seeing who's real, who's not. So far, so good. I've seen 100% everybody's real and there are no fake accounts like it is on TikTok. Oh my gosh.
When we look at affiliate marketing, as far as, we're talking about affiliate marketing 101 here.
Yeah.
When we're looking at affiliate marketing, we're looking at, a major question that people always ask us. Okay, so Rick, I got the website. Thank you. We're good. But what do I sell, right? Because that's the thing. Nobody likes to sell. That's what's great about having this type of website as a funnel.
Yeah.
You can collect the information and you can indirectly sell, not blatantly sell. Big difference. What happens is, and to answer this question, is that you don't have to create the product anymore, right? A lot of people they feel like, oh, I got to create a product. I got to, be the person to create this business. And no. We're living in a whole different world right now, guys.
Oh, yeah.
In the digital economy, you can sell other people's products and earn money from doing that. And you could earn a good, substantial amount of income. I'm not talking about Amazon. Amazon pays you peanuts, right? I'm not talking about what is it, Shopify? You get small commissions, right? We're talking about 80% plus commission. I mean, I got 80% commission. Could you imagine? I mean, that's unheard of, right? 80% commission. That's a lot of what you're investing into yourself, right? So that's the great thing about having a website, but having the right kind of offer really is just as important. And the great thing about it is you don't have to create the product, okay? You don't. All you have to do is show the product, right? And how do you show the product is through the website. It does the selling, telling, explaining for you, which is, I mean, think about it. It's amazing. There was a time where you would have to do everything. You would have to create everything yourself. But now you don't have to worry about that.
Plug in and play.
Just plug and play.
That's it.
Right? So, I mean, we're not the only ones doing this online. So
no, we're not. There's a huge community.
Exactly.
Behind affiliate marketing. But the thing is, you got to be weary of certain people because we're starting to see, the pros, we're starting to see people that are trying to mess it up for everybody. And they're doing things that they shouldn't be doing. And, they're using bots and they're creating multiple accounts with people's faces and making people believe that it's their stuff, but it's not.
But this is why, we also became entrepreneurs online because we wanted, to do things differently.
Definitely different.
We didn't want, to just share information and people buy the information from us.
Right.
We wanted to build and form a relationship long term, right? To help you guys understand the skills and the strategies of what you need to do to make it online, right? Instead of you actually looking at something and then you sign up for something, you're like, crickets, where do people go, right? And now you're alone. And now you have no idea what to do, and it puts a bad taste in your mouth, right?
It does.
We've been through that in the past, and we said, you know what, we don't want to do this. We want to do it our way, and our way is completely different. And that's probably the secret sauce and the success, that we have, is that we actually have been free for so long because we took a different approach. We started developing long-term established relationships in our business that sustain us successfully for so many years.
Absolutely.
And it's a little bit, different what everybody else is doing.
I love the relationships that we have with our clients and customers because,
people.
they really love having conversations and talking to us like almost all night long. But, we never treat them any different. Every single person is treated the same, equally.
Yes.
We treat everybody equally, whether they're a buyer or not. Everybody's the same. And you need to start doing that. If you're not doing that and you're like trying to treat somebody, based on their income level or their education level that's discriminating, man. Don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, you're watching here on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
We have a link in the description. Click on it. Go, right?
Yeah.
Just click on it. And now I want to get into something because it is really cool, and it's about tools and resources.
Okay, let's dive into that.
There's so many tools and resources out there, guys, you can use in your business, right? Now, I mentioned earlier about building your own list with your funnel website that we recommend, okay? Now, the great thing about having these tools and resources, it leverages your business and it makes everything 10 times easier. We have technology now that literally takes the heavy lifting away from us, right? As far as the website building and also the list building. Now, the list building is essential because this is where you actually create your own asset. You know what's great about the internet, guys? Did you know that you can create your own assets? Your own asset. What is your own asset? Your list. Your list. The people that are coming to you, That's your asset.
That's right.
And you can do this. You can do this literally daily. And you know what happens? It starts to happen automatically, right? We wake up to lead every single day, right? We wake up with sales on autopilot. Well, how do we do that, right? It's keeping things very simple in a 3-step process by using these tools and resources that leverages our business and takes the heavy lifting away from our business. Doesn't that sound amazing? Right? It just takes the pain away of having to do everything yourself.
It does. It really does. And I like that. And you know what? It's not work. It's working smarter.
And not harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you are dying, to get into the announcement, okay? But let me just talk about one more thing before we get into the announcement, okay?
Okay.
And look at her. She's just like, I can't wait. Okay? All right. So let's talk about like overcoming challenges, right? Everyone's going to face challenges mentally, okay? It's normal. Like I said earlier, you're going to go through that transition of like becoming an entrepreneur from that employee side, okay? So if you have a job and you want to end the 9-to-5 grind, you have to transition yourself mentally before you even leave the job, okay? So while you're working, look at your job a little bit differently. Say to myself, this is what I would say to myself. I would say, I am using this job to fund my dreams because this job is going to allow me to end this 9-to-5. Okay. So now at the same time, you're over on the other side here and you're building your digital economy by what? Investing in yourself, investing in your skill sets, building that website, starting the process, trusting in that process. Okay. So as you go through these challenges, you always got to maintain a strong mindset by thinking, you know what, no matter what, I trust in this process. I trust in this process. You tell yourself this over and over. I trust in this process because if other people can do it, why can't I? Right? So once we overcome these challenges, we can start to see the light, right? Because as you see that darkness and then you feel like, oh my God, this challenge, how do I overcome it? Well, the great thing about Ace and Rich, we help people overcome those challenges as well. So we're just bringing the light to them. They're not feeling that darkness. They're not feeling like, I don't know what to do. I'm alone. I don't know the next step to take. Right? Not. This is what we're here for. To get to that next step as you're, having those challenges. Like we faced those challenges, right? And we overcame those challenges. And let me tell you something. It took us a lot longer than other people that are actually, getting the result working with us. So understand is you don't have to worry about going through that long haul like we did, right? We can give you that shortcut. Like I love this analogy. We like to kick you off the cliff and help you build your wings on the way down.
Right on.
All right.
Yes.
There's no reason for you to be like, oh God, I gotta wait so long. No. I want you to run your business literally like in 24 hours, and then I want you to learn as you earn. That's the whole premise.
Yes.
Not waiting to figure things out. Let's get going. Let's get you marketing. Let's start building your digital economy right now. This is how we help overcome those challenges so you don't have to.
Yes. And you got to avoid certain death traps. And what I mean by death traps, these are financial traps that there are things out there that are high ticket, but they will trap you in and you haven't earned a cent and you think that you're getting value when you're not. I mean, there's things out there you got to be careful with.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with that. All right, guys. So we have an important announcement. Oh, you're excited.
I'm excited because, this is really fun for me to announce. So basically,
Wait. I didn't even finish.
Oh, well, go ahead.
So, guys, we have an important announcement that we want to share with you. And it's so cool, right? We are in the middle of creating something for you guys, all right? And I'll let you take it away because you did a lot of work.
So there was a lot of work put into this, and we have a free guide that we're going to be giving away for absolutely free to our viewers, subscribers, and new people that want to get to know us. We put this together. It has our story in it. And we also have step-by-step guidance in there about affiliate marketing. And, we are actually going to not put too much fluff in there. As a matter of fact, it's a no BS guide. That's pretty much what it is. It's a no BS guide to affiliate marketing. Forget about what you read in all these other, articles, blog posts, and things like that. The Ace and Rich way, the Ace and Rich style is going to be in this report. It's a report with more like a guide. Yeah. And it's all about what we did and how we did it, and we laid it all out, and it's going to be great. And I can't wait to share it with you. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the capture page ready yet because Rich is still working on it. But if you guys would like to be in line and wait for it,
it's good to go. I'm just waiting for the finalization of the artwork of the cover.
Okay, so the cover, and once we get the cover, because the guide is ready to go. As a matter of fact, if we could give a sneak peek. Y'all want to see a sneak peek of it?
No, don't.
You sure?
Don't tease them like that.
Don't tease them like that. Why not?
Wait till it's released. I'm a student.
It's a free guide. I will tell you the title though. Let me go to.
We'll tell you the title.
Okay. Yeah. So the title is "How to Escape the 9-to-5 Grind with Affiliate Marketing: Your Guide to Building a Freedom-Based Business" by Ace and Rich. So this is exciting. What we have in that guide. I'm really happy what I put in there. I made it so easy for people to read. Like you saw the way the vocabulary was written.
Oh yeah.
It was easy to read. Our son could read it. He understood.
Yeah, we want you guys to really fully understand it. And guys,
all levels of understanding, yes.
Younger, older, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
You're gonna be able to understand this book, and it's gonna make a lot of sense.
Yes, and the font is big enough for you to read. We know a lot of our audience members wear glasses, so I was able to increase the font size, and people tell me.
Are you saying we got a lot of nerds watching us?
We got nerds, man. I wear glasses too. I just don't got them on right now. Got yours on. Yeah. No, but I like fonts that are big. I mean, think about the letters in the bills you get in the mail. The letters are like this, and you're like, I need a magnifying glass to see that. We're getting older. But anyway, if you like to be in line on the waiting list to get that guide, let me know in the chat below with a quick number 1, and then we'll reach out to you and we'll just send you the link to the page so you can opt in and actually get that free guide, and it's absolutely free. And then on top of that, you're going to start learning about what you're doing in your business that's working and what you need to be doing in your business so that it can work.
Exactly. I mean, no fluff, guys. Just getting straight to the point.
Yeah.
What you can do to start really getting to the point of how do you end that 9-to-5 grind? Mm-hmm. How do you get to that point where you have that freedom-based lifestyle business?
Yes.
We all have it all laid out for you, so you don't have to worry.
Absolutely. So it is a great resource guide. You can keep it. You can print it out if you want. Keep it on digital, whatever.
When do you think we'll go live with that?
In a couple of days.
Couple of days. That's soon, huh?
Yeah. So be on the lookout for my post.
Monday? Maybe Monday?
I can't say anything. Just be on the lookout for my post, okay? I will be posting on our timeline in our profile, letting you know when the guide is ready, and then you guys can just run, grab your copy. And what I would love for those of you who do grab a copy of it, be brutally honest and read it, really read it, and tell me how you love it, what you like about it, and what's helping. Feedback is great because this is something that Rich and I would pour our hearts into to create, and we would love to hear your feedback and see if it's helping you, because we're getting testimonials, but now we got a guide. This is exciting.
And we want you guys to, give us feedback because we're here to serve you, right? Yeah. So your feedback is important to us.
Mm-hmm. You know how people like to put out, free reports and things like that, and they just whip them up really quick overnight. That kind of. This is not that kind of a guide.
No.
This is not that kind of guide.
It's not like a long, drawn out guide. It's just straight to the point.
Yeah, it's about 14 pages long?
Yeah, about 14 pages.
Of goodiness. Yeah. Lots of goodiness, I would say. A lot of great value, right? Some action steps too.
Ooh,
marketing tips.
Oh, so you must have updated it.
Action steps, marketing tips, what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing. We just want to see you succeed because you know what we're looking for? We're looking for your success story. We are looking for the next person on our team to literally say, thanks to Ace and Rich, this is what happened in my life. This is where I'm at right now, and this is where I'm headed. That's what we're looking for.
And I was able to break free from the system and end that 9-to-5 grind, baby.
That's right. Okay. So where are we at on our time here? Anybody have any closing arguments, statements, questions?
Closing arguments? What are we on the court?
I don't know. I'm just saying it.
Let's see here. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's see. Richard says, yes, my coworker at work be saying that. I use Vistaprint to build my website. Vistaprint is good for like a lot of different things. I wouldn't really use it as a funnel builder. I would use what we use as a funnel builder because it's a lot more easier.
And Richard has it.
And Richard, you have it. What are you
waiting for? You gotta start using it, man.
Start using that funnel, baby.
You gotta start using it.
We make money from the funnel builder. I mean, everything we do in our business, we use that funnel builder. That's how we, make a living. That's how we were successful. We used a funnel. Without a funnel, we can't have a business.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. So, guys, if you're building your business, if you've been struggling for a while, if there's something that you just don't understand or how to put it together, get together with Ace and Rich. We have on our profile our link to book an appointment. That's our scheduler. You can pick a date, a time, the day of the week, when we're free, to be able to sit down with you for a short while and find out what we can do to help put you on track. There were people that we have talked to who actually clicked that link, who actually been in the industry for more than 18 years, who actually did traditional MLM and literally want to get started with affiliate marketing because they heard so many great things about it and they want to learn something new. They're tired of the old ways, and that's okay. That's okay. They want to evolve. Yes. They're ready to step up in their skill sets. They may be great salesmen and women, but guess what? They want to learn how to do it a lot faster.
Not only that, but build that leverage on the internet, because the internet allows you to build that leverage, right? And once you build this stuff out, guys, you can start literally writing your own paycheck on autopilot.
Yes, the digital marketplace is vast and wide open. It's waiting for you. It's waiting for you to stake your claim, plant your stake, and say, you know what, this is it, Ace and Rich, I'm ready to go. And guys, I'm telling you, don't fart around with your future, because time is not on your side.
Entrepreneurs value their time.
Absolutely. So definitely get on the ball. Because with what's going on right now, I'm telling you, you can't wait for the government to take care of you. You can't wait for your friends to pick up you. You can't wait for anybody to take care of your problems. They're not going to take care of your problems. You're the one that have the power to do it.
And it's such a great feeling. It's like it's like an awakening. It's like once you get to this point, it's like an awakening. You're like, wow, I literally have more control than ever in my life, and I can call this.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. Where we live right now on the beautiful island of Puerto Rico, there's a lot of entrepreneurs all around us. We love talking with them, having coffees, and be able to spend time with them on the beach. And they have such amazing stories of how they actually did it. And not all of them had silver spoons in their mouths. Their stories, they talk from rags to riches too. So, you know, what is real freedom? Freedom is what you actually define it as. It doesn't have to be this cliche that you see with the laptop lifestyle, even though you see it. Freedom is whatever it is to you. And if you say I'm free, then post it right there below, I'm free. And if you want to be free, say I'm ready to be free. Don't say I want it, say I'm ready to be free.
Right.
All right, guys. Let's close this up.
All right, guys. So with that being said, my name is Rich Guzman.
And my name is Ace Guzman.
Thank you for being here on this brand new episode of Ace and Rich Live, and we'll see you on the next one.
Take care.
Take care, guys.
Bye now.